For generations, Formula One has been the ultimate racing series, and F1 goes beyond just racing. For several years, Formula One has been the cutting edge of technology. Well, it's all about to change. Another form of racing is quietly gaining traction in terms of innovation. This is the insane story of how Formula E is becoming the leader of modern technology. Over the years, several innovations in Formula One like active suspension, KERS, carbon fiber, steering wheel buttons, hybrid powertrains, diamond cylinder coatings, paddle shifters have all been eventually used in the modern-day road cars. Formula One cars are probably the most connected cars in the world. A modern-day F1 car runs on high-tech sensors, and the teams process massive amounts of data, measuring all kinds of things around the car. Data such as forces, displacements, temperatures, and pressure control parameters, as well as driver inputs. All such technology could ultimately make its way into our smartphones. Although Formula One has been at the forefront of pioneering innovation and technology, Formula E is making all the new waves. Currently, some people make fun of Formula E for lack of engine noise, the poor graphics, or even the puzzling formats. However, it's always evolving to improve standards. Formula E is not going to overtake its much more experienced and accomplished sibling anytime soon, and it's not attempting to. And I want to make one thing clear, that Formula E is not competing with F1 to be the most famous racing series. In reality, it doesn't interfere with F1. It is creating a new type of innovation for future generations. While Formula One has been around for more than 70 years, Formula E, however, has been operating only for 9 seasons, and any comparisons would be totally unfair. But there's one thing in common. Like F1, Formula E will lead the development of the electric car technology that will eventually make its way into the road cars. The Formula E series provides manufacturers with a competitive platform to test and develop the most recent electric technology, paving the path for future electric transportation and the development of tomorrow's road cars. So, is Formula E smarter? Take a look at this chart. More on this towards the end of the video. Formula One cars are faster, although thanks to the constant technological evolution, Formula E cars are making big strides. The Gen 1 FE cars used to produce up to 250 horsepower. Cars were able to accelerate from 0 to 100 km in 3 seconds, with a maximum speed of up to 225 km per hour. The new Gen 3 cars with much upgraded battery and motor units will debut in the 2023 season. The new generation electric cars will have a maximum speed of over 280 km per hour against a top speed of over 330 km of an F1 car. The gap significantly reduced to the F1 cars after a little more than 8 years. Formula E has been around since 2014. Since then, the on-track technology has advanced significantly. Back then, the drivers had to switch cars mid-race. The series included 10 teams, and there were 2 drivers for each team, and each driver had 2 cars. This meant that the teams needed to prepare 40 cars for a race weekend. However, this has been improved since the 2018-2019 season. The Gen 2 cars had a 54 kWh battery, and the power output increased from 200 kilowatts to 250 kilowatts, with the top speed rising to around 260 km per hour. The second Gen cars put an end to the mid-race car swaps. The Gen 3 cars introduced in 2022 will generate a power of up to 350 kilowatts in qualifying and 300 kilowatts in the race. This chart demonstrates the progress of Formula E from Gen 1 to Gen 3. The new cars are significantly lighter, generate more power, and the regeneration levels will be for a maximum of 600 kilowatts recovery under braking for both front and rear axles. During a race, regenerative braking may contribute to 40% of the total energy utilized. This is another great leap forward in terms of performance on the track, and not only that, but it's going to be more sustainably produced than ever before. In 2020, Formula E declared that it was the first sport to have a net zero carbon footprint. Formula E has followed 3 key steps to achieve a net zero carbon footprint: effective measurement of carbon output, prioritizing to reduce its footprint, and offsetting the remaining unavoidable emissions. Formula E became the first and the only racing to receive the third-party ISO certification for sustainable events. This was made possible due to the measures such as streamlining transportation and logistics, extending end-of-life options for lithium-ion battery cells, and eliminating single-use plastics on site. With Girls on Track initiative, Formula E seeks to push forward the FIA's goal of gender equality and increase participation of women in motorsport. Formula E has been hosting this program since inception, inviting young women aged between 8 to 18 to discover different aspects of the motorsport industry. This initiative is a core pillar of Formula E's commitment to provide young women with opportunities across motorsport. Formula E gained World Championship status in 2020 to become the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship. This was Formula E in the top tier of international single-seater racing. Since the time Formula E started its journey, the all-electric racing series has undoubtedly gone from strength to strength. Within a short time frame, the series has proven itself relevant for the automotive industry. With sustainability at heart, Formula E continues to deliver better futures through the power of electric racing. As a role model in this field, Formula E is working with its partners to ensure 100% of tires, batteries and broken chassis are recycled after use. Furthermore, the power of the cars comes from 100% green energy, and when it comes to race weekend activities, it's the only motorsport series to hold a certification for sustainable events. As our world continues to face environmental challenges, Formula E has and will continue to ensure that everything they do leaves positive and tangible legacies. To ensure the championship continues to advance its vision and objectives, Formula E reports and evaluates progress annually. So back to this graph, which represents the sharp increase in business of electric vehicles. The number of electric cars on the road has increased 6 times since Formula E's first season, with more than 300 plus models available globally. This kind of growth is unprecedented. Electric cars will be able to travel faster and faster as the technology advances. The rate of advancement is amazing. Electric cars will soon be more affordable, secure and simple to operate than the combustion engine cars, and Formula E is accelerating that process.